Hey YouTube, it's the Test Lead, and today's video is about standing out on the day of your interview. This applies for all tech jobs, whether you're QA, you're a software developer, SDET, whatever concentration you go into, all these tips will apply greatly. So let's recap. You applied to a bunch of jobs, you got a few callbacks, you found some that have mutual interest, you set up some interviews, you did your technical preparation already, you already studied everything, and now you're talking about the soft skills for the day of the interview. How will you stand out? Tip number one is first impressions. First impressions are very big, especially in interviews. If you have to travel in any way to get to your job interview, make sure you leave extra early. It's better to get to the interview extra early and then just walk around the area than to be rushing late because you're taking a train or taking a bus and then there's traffic or there's delays and now you're running and anxious to your interview. Part B of this is make sure you're dressed properly for the interview. I don't care if the actual work dress code is shorts and a t-shirt. Make sure you're properly dressed for the interview. You do not have the job yet. You're still applying to get the job. So make sure you're impressing the person. If you have a nice suit, wear that. I'm old-fashioned. I still wear ties to interviews because I have a nice tie collection. I like to show it off. But I'm trying to impress the person and make a good first impression. You're still to dress to impress for a job you want to get because you don't have the job yet. Tip number two is make sure you show your personality. After a while, interviewers ask the same technical questions. So how you separate yourself when everybody does a technical interview the same? You gotta show your personality. Show your team fit. Someone could be the smartest person in the world, but they could be a terrible team fit. They might just work good by themselves, but with a team, it's catastrophic. Well, let's say this person is a developer. He has to talk to sometimes product managers, the QA, and if he doesn't want to talk to anybody, that affects the whole team in a negative way. So now, no matter how productive he is, he's slowing the whole team down because he doesn't want to be a team player. So make sure you stress that you work well with others. Stress that you have the soft skills to explain technical things to people who aren't technical, which is very important, especially if you're dealing with product managers and things like that. Tip number three is body language. Actions speak louder than words. This applies especially true in interviews. Make sure you look confident when you're answering a question and you're not just like curled up guessing. So let's say they ask you a random question about, let's say they ask you a technical question, why is X equal this? And if you say 5, and you sound like you're guessing, they're going to think you're guessing. But if you say, oh, the answer is 5, confidently, they'll say, oh, this person actually knows the answer, he's not just guessing it. And it's okay to be nervous during an interview. If there's something you're unsure about, don't be afraid to ask the interviewer to repeat the question, and then pause and actually form a response. Don't rush to what the first answer comes to your head because you're excited and anxious because you haven't fully thought about the answer yet. Make sure you take your time, breathe, and just answer confidently. Tip number 4 is show that you are coachable. If there's any question you don't know the response to, or if they ask you know how to do this or that, you don't know how to, you can be honest, but say you're willing to learn it. Showing the willingness to learn shows you like to grow still, you actually care about your career path. Whereas some people might be hard-headed, like, no, I don't care to learn that because it's not going to help me. This also helps the interviewer because they know in their head now that there's something on a job that has to be done that no one knows how to do. They can put you on a task because you like to learn new things, and that makes you a more valuable asset to the company. That's why being a team player. You should never get defensive when you're corrected or if you don't know anything. Don't get defensive. Just be honest, be humble about it, and show you're willing to learn it. Also, most importantly, being coached by more experienced people helps with your learning process. If you're a regular entry-level developer and you have a staff developer that's going to mentor you, that's going to expedite your process greatly. So any type of mentorship, anything like that, make sure you take full advantage of that at your job site. Tip number 5, might be a little old school, is key speaking points and thank you letters. With each person that interviews you, try to find a key speaking point that makes you stand out and be unique. Maybe they spoke about they like this part of the job, or they like to code this way because of X, Y, and Z. Take a mental note of that and remember the person's name, and then after the interview is over, ask the recruiter or whoever connected you to the interview for the people who interviewed you, their email addresses. And then soon after, send out a thank you letter. It's going to be short and simple. Say, good evening or good afternoon, such and such. Thank you for your time today for the interview. I really greatly appreciated it. I like the fact that we discussed X, Y, and Z during the interview. It was very enlightening. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. That's it. Short, sweet. This also shows you have character. That means if you're in a workplace, you might also have the same manners and be very humble and thankful. So that makes the whole workplace a more enjoyable experience. And last but not least, make sure you smile. Smile helps break the tension. When you first walk into an interview, say hi, my name is such and such, nice to meet you, and smile. Interviews can be awkward for both the interviewer and the interviewee. So that way, if you smile and break the tension, break the ice, now it's more enjoyable for both of y'all. Now it's more personal because you're showing you're human. Just smile, just lighten up the whole mood. If you found this video helpful at all, please like, share, subscribe. If you want a video just like this, click over here. And hey, don't forget to learn today.